take this time to talk about depression. Because right now there's a lot of myths going around about depression. And unfortunately, it's sad when people who don't understand a person who has depression, and they push those people away from them. Unfortunately, society has pictured us with depression as homicidal maniacs or psychotic killers or some trash like that. That's not so. And they think that there's some psychotic people who kill, who have some kind of mental illness. They think that everybody with some kind of mental illness is like that. That's not so. And we are so severely stereotyped for that. And people say, "Oh, get away from me. You have depression. Get away. No, what? No, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want you to kill me." And it hurts so bad being abandoned like that. Not everybody who has some kind of mental illness like depression are like that. It's wrong to stereotype all people with depression as psychotic killers or homicidal maniacs. That's not right. Tell that to those that committed suicide to end their pain. They didn't kill anybody but themselves. Because they're in a hell of a lot of pain. They're in so much pain, and they feel that nobody loves them or cares about them enough to spend time with them or to help them with depression. And another myth about depression is people think that all the person with a mental illness needs is therapy and antidepressants. That's it. No love from loved ones. No moral and emotional support. They can't be more wrong than that. Because it also takes love, moral and emotional support for a person to defeat depression. And that's wrong to think that that's all they need are just antidepressants and therapy. That's it. What about loved ones? What about when the pain gets so bad, somebody to turn to? There's some things that even a therapist cannot do. There's some things that not even a psychiatrist can do. People like me, we need the love of loved ones. We need the moral and emotional support that a therapist or psychiatrist cannot give. That's what family and loved ones are for. For love and encouragement. For somebody to lean on when the pain gets so bad. And that's why there are a lot of suicides from people who have depression, because they feel that nobody loves or cares about them at all, and they hear voices that say, "You're worthless, you're nothing, you're nobody." That's why people abandon you, because you're worthless. You are a dung-sucking nobody. Nobody loves you at all. Nobody cares about you at all. Your loneliness is proof to that. That's the reason people stay away from you, because you're worthless. You are nothing. You are a nobody. You might as well commit suicide. Nobody's going to miss you when you die, and they honestly believe that. And when family and friends stay far away, that gives a message for those with depression: we don't love you at all. We don't want anything to do with you. Go ahead, commit suicide. We hate you. We're not going to miss you when you die. And that's the message that we hear. And they wonder why when a person commits suicide, why they did it. Because they felt unloved. They felt nobody cared about them at all. They're alone all the time. They feel worthless. They feel like they're nobody. And they feel alone. They feel unloved. Why else are there so many suicides? A lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand what it's like to have depression. They don't understand what it's like to have to go through it alone. Because I go through it alone every single day. I have nobody to turn to. And when a person has nobody to turn to for more love, for moral emotional support, for a shoulder to cry on, They feel worthless, and they feel that nobody loves them at all, not even family members. And when family members and so-called friends push us away, that gives us the impression they don't care at all. They don't love us at all. That's the bottom line. And that's what we hear, and see, that's proof right there. They don't love you. They're pushing you away. And that's why there's so many suicides, because the pain gets so unbearable. And people would say, oh, that's cowardly. That's a coward's way out. They don't know the pain that we're going through. And then they sit and they judge in their high almighty seat. They judge and criticize. Oh, that's the coward's way out. You try living with the pain. You try living with the loneliness. You have no right to judge me for having these feelings. You push me away. You ostracize me because I have depression. I can't help but think about suicide because I feel nobody loves or cares about me at all. And that's how all of us with depression feel. That's why a lot of us with depression feel like that nobody loves us or cares about us at all. And we hear the voices that go ahead, commit suicide. You worthless piece of filth. And that's what we hear over and over again. And I remember when I spoke to my younger brother about it some years ago, said it was silly. No, it's not silly. It's not silly living with the pain. It's not silly living with the loneliness all the time, having to face that pain all alone. Nobody to love or support, to give that love and support, and it's not right being abandoned. You try living with the pain. Let you who don't know what it's like to have depression live with the pain and the loneliness. You try going on without anybody for love and support. You try going without friends and hearing only judgment and criticism and damnation. You judge us so unfairly. You don't know what it's like to have depression. You don't know what it's like to fight these feelings of inferiority and the feeling of being alone and unloved. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Very alone, very unloved. And this is why I have to live with every day. Maybe someday you may come to me committing suicide to end this damnable pain, because I have nobody at all to turn to. If you walked a mile in my shoes, you would understand. Don't sit and judge me, and don't sit and judge us with depression. Don't categorize us as psychotic killers. We need that love and support as well to defeat this depression. When you abandon us, you say, we hate you. We don't love you at all. Go ahead, commit suicide, you worthless piece of filth. Nobody's going to miss you when you die. We won't miss you when you die. And that's what we hear every single day when we're pushed away. And it's not right that so-called friends abandon us with depression, but they don't understand it. What we really need is that love, that moral and emotional support. That's the one missing ingredient in all this. Yes, it does take therapy too, and sometimes antidepressants, but without that love, it won't work. It's not going to work. And unfortunately, people like me end up taking our lives because we feel that nobody loves us at all. They don't spend the time with us. They don't give us that love, that moral and emotional support that's needed to defeat this. That's what you all who don't have depression don't understand. You don't understand, you never will. How many people you know will commit suicide because they feel nobody loves them or cares about them at all? They feel abandoned. They feel ostracized. But do you care? By staying away from them, that shows, no, you don't care. No, you don't love them. Because if you love them, you would stay by them. You would encourage them. You would give that moral and emotional support. You would give them that shoulder to cry on. Because love is also Love is the main ingredient needed to defeat the depression. Not just therapy and antidepressants. It also takes love, moral, and emotional support to beat this. And a lot of you won't understand until you lose that loved one. A lot of people don't understand until it's too late. How long will it be until it's too late in my case? Maybe someday it will come to suicide for me because I don't have that. I don't have that love, that moral, emotional support. I hope it doesn't come to it, but it may have to come to it. Because I got nobody on my side in this. I stand alone, and it's a hell of a terrible feeling having to stand alone against depression. Without that love, without that moral, emotional support. If you know somebody with depression, please don't abandon them. Please don't leave them to die. Give them that love, emotional support they need to beat the depression. Stand by them. That's what we need. And we hope and pray that you would stand by that person before it's too late, before you lose them to suicide. As many feel suicide is the answer because they feel alone and unloved, that nobody cares about them at all. And the loneliness testifies to that fact. Please stand by those who have depression, who suffer from depression. They need you. Don't wait till it's too late. Because once that life is gone, it's gone forever. Suicide is forever. Because when you lose someone to suicide, you lose them forever. You'll never see them again. Period.